Hi, this is Fox123. Here's another StarCraft 2 video. This is my Go League match. Currently I'm ranked number 51 in Go League. This match is between Terran and Protoss. I have to admit, lately I've been losing to Protoss proxy gateways. So right now I'm really paranoid whenever I play Protoss. Whenever I see a probe, I want to make sure that I follow the probe so that I don't get caught off guard by proxy gateways, because I lost a couple of games because of I didn't scale enough due to proxy gateways. So here I scouted him. I saw one gateway, one pylon, and a simulator. So that means I know he's not going for an aggressive typical Protoss 4 gateway push. And I also sent out my couple additional SCVs to look out for proxy pylons and therefore proxy gateways. So once I know that he's not going to do a hard Protoss zealot push, I've decided to also tech up. So I started my refinery, but as you can see right now, I'm still building my Marines, and I'm keeping my SCV out by another entrance to make sure that no probe sneaks by to build a proxy pylon, therefore proxy gateway. So I know I'm relatively safe, so I decide to get a bunker going and to help out my Marines, and also that gives me some protection as I tech up. So here I'm adding a tech lab to one of my barracks, and right now just in the building phase. And so he's teching up also. As you can see that he got a cybernetic core. That means he's getting a stalker or something higher tech. So right now I'm still building. So I decide to tech up, so I start my factory. As you can see, he's still going with the single assimilator build. I'm also going with a single refinery build. And I got my second barracks up. Also add another tech lab to that because I know as he builds up, he's probably going to mass higher tech units such as stalkers. So I was thinking of getting marauders as a counter to his stalkers. So that's why I get both barracks with tech lab add-ons to pump up marauders. And meanwhile, I'm going to add my orbital command. And once I start my orbital command, I also start my second refinery because I also need to tech up. And as in anything, as you tech, gas is the most important resource. So no way you can tech up successfully with only a single refinery. So here I have get my second refinery going and get my SCVs going. Still gathering. I did a quick initial scan. Found out that okay, he's gonna build 2 gateways in a robotic facility. And as soon as I see a robotic facility, this could be 2 things. He could be sending out observers, or he could be getting prismatic prisms and do a proxy gateway, or just do a drop. So in either case, I started my engineering bay. I can get a few missile towers going. So as you can see, I get my missile tower by my choke point and called in a mule to help additional resource gathering. Also add a tech lab to my starport to get Banshees going. As you can see, I control both the Zelneka towers, so I have vision pretty much the whole map. So whatever he does, I can see it through my 2 SCV manning both Zelneka towers. Those things are quite useful. So as you can see now, I'm putting towers around my base in strategic places, make sure that I don't get any surprises. And of course, at this time, I still don't know that he's building immortals at this point, so I'm not aware of that. So now he's starting his initial push, and right now I'm just pumping out marauders and teching up with tanks, siege tanks, and researching my cloak on, and also the banshees, get the banshees going. I did a quick scan there, and I saw, okay, well, he just moved his force out, so he's coming in for a push. So I said, uh-oh. So I checked my factory and make sure I add another tank to it. So the tank will just come out just in time for his push. As you can see right here, I'm going to siege up my tank, and he's starting his push right now. And just as he starts pushing, my tank's sieged up. So he realized that there's no way for him to break through this defense. So he backs off, going back to build up additional units. So meanwhile, I was thinking, well, shoot, I should get some banshees, see if I could do some harassment. Seeing that, you know, he probably will expand right now, which I don't know yet, but I guess that he might expand. So that's why I was building a few banshees to get some harassment going, because usually people's expansion is not as well defended as their main. So right now, still just building up my forces, building up additional towers, make sure that he doesn't send any observers into my base to scale my tech or army information, because that's important to be able to hide your building strategies or your army size from your enemy. So right here, I'm going to show you my workers. Right now, the resource count is 30 even. We're about the same resource. So I'm getting a few banshees out. I'm still pumping out my more units, because I know that once he backed off from the last push, he's probably building up additional units. So I need to do the same thing to respond to his additional units. So right now I'm just pumping out Marines and Marauders. And as you can see right here, with the Zalnaga tower, I saw two prismatic transports units coming in. And here he screwed up the micro. He actually lost one of his prismatic transports, so he lost quite a bit of units. So by the time he dropped his doctors, my siege tank and one Marine and one Marauder was able to take care of his surprise attack, and that actually was a major waste for him. So as you can see, the Zalnagat towers were quite useful actually. Thank God I had the SCVs there to see his incoming drop. So now I noticed that he's at a weakened state. I'm about to do my push, because normally when you see you are a slight advantage, that's the time that you want to do your push. Then I decided, well, you know what, I have 3 banshees ready already, and they're all, you know, building their energy while I was sitting by my base. So I thought, well, you know, let me do some harassment first before I push out, just to see how he responds to my Banshee harassment. So my first thinking was, okay, let me go to see what he, how well defended his main is. So as you can see here, I also started my expansion as I start my harassment. Then I noticed, wow, my goodness, he has absolutely no defense at his main at all. So right now I'm just completely raping his probes and just totally destroying his mineral lines, and he has no detection capability at all. So right now I'm just gonna attack his nexus to try to take it out. And as you can see here, I clicked on his robotic facility, and then he did a chrono boost on his observer. So I know that it's a race against time before he gets some detection going. So luckily for me, I was able to take out his nexus, and that puts a big damper on his economy. And he managed to get one of my Banshees. So I decided, well, you know, I don't want to waste my surprise attack units, so I just gonna back them off and come back to my base and get some repairs. And in the meantime, all during that harassment, I've been pumping out tons and tons of Marines, and pumping out more tanks. So now I know that he's at a major disadvantage now in terms of economy. So you know, I think I have sufficient force to begin my push. So right here, as you can see, I'm going to start my push. I also bring 3 SCVs with me and turn on auto repair. Putting a few SCVs with your mech units is great, especially when you have auto repair. It prolongs the life of your mech units. So you know, it's always a good mix. Besides, SCVs act also as a shield against close-up melee attackers. So you know, they have to go around the SCVs normally, unless they, you know, micro and on purpose kill the SCVs first. So I know that he's very weak now. So I'm starting my push. All my major force is at his base. And once again, from my Zalnaka tower, I noticed that I saw 2 prismatic transports up there. But I wasn't too worried about it, because I realized 2 prismatic transports, you know, can't really transport that many units. So I thought, let me take out his expansion first before I need to worry about the counterattack back on the base. So right here, as you can see, it's only a very small force of stalkers, and so you know, I'm not too worried about it. Once I took out his expansion, I realized that basically he has no economy at all. So I made my main force back to you know, just get rid of these pesky drop, these small force. So he took out, you know, my Banshees, but that delays time and saves the workers. And once my Marines and gets into my base, it's pretty much game over at this time. He has basically no force, he has no workers, and I knocked out his main and both his main and expansion. So